Yep. Hey BookTube, it's Kim at middle of the book march, and today is a chatty video. This started, why is my voice so high? This all started because of a couple of conversations that I had in real life and with some comments that I heard from other booktubers in some of their videos. And I started to look into Amazon. Now, let me start off by saying there's a lot of discussion, conversation, comments on BookTube about Amazon, and there are many uncountable videos about why you shouldn't buy from Amazon and why you shouldn't use Amazon and the horrible conditions that they perpetrate over their employees and their workers and the behemoth and the monopoly that they're creating, all of which is true. However, do I use Amazon? I do. Do I rely on Amazon for everything? I do not. I use Amazon here and there for different things that are difficult to get otherwise. Do I buy books from Amazon? Yep, sometimes I do. Do I buy other goods from Amazon? Yeah, sometimes I do. And I don't believe anybody who purchases from Amazon should be judged or should be condemned for doing that. There should be no shame or guilt for choosing to use Amazon to buy anything. And if you're not already aware, I'm going to provide you some details of other companies that Amazon owns. So quite honestly, it's going to be almost impossible someday soon to buy something online and have it not come from an Amazon distributor. So this video is going to talk about a lot of different companies that are Amazon companies and who Amazon owns. And some of these I was shocked when I first found out about them. So let me share some of the information that I found. And there are dozens, if not hundreds, of sources online for all of this information. I happen to go to a website called startupflux.com, and I will put the link in the description box below. I have two printouts that I'm using for notes, so I will put that link in the description box and you can take a look at that. So let me give you a little bit of background. Amazon started in 1994. It was first incorporated, and the name at the time was Cadabra. So Jeff Bezos thought that abracadabra was clever. Somebody convinced him, that's stupid, don't name your company that. And in 1995 it went online as Amazon, and they were only at the time selling books. And of course I was like elated when I first found out. I heard that information on the radio, and it's like, wow, I can buy books online, I can have them sent to me. In 2010, Amazon announced that ebook sales for Kindle outnumbered sales of hardcover books for the first time ever. I'm not sure, I did not look at the research into how it is now in 2022, but I remember that point in time thinking, oh my gosh, this is awesome, I can buy books so much cheaper, new releases so much cheaper, which is still true. However, if you watched my video about electronic reading, I am, no longer enamored with that process. So let me tell you about the bookish companies that there were a few. I was completely shocked. I'm like, wait a minute, why did I not know about this? And I'm sorry if this is depressing to anybody who doesn't already know this. I don't have dollar amounts for all of the acquisitions, but in 2008, Amazon acquired Abe Books. Abe Books is an online used book retailer. I do believe they also have new book listings, but they are a distributor for a bunch of other booksellers. And it's basically a distributor's listing of all different books out there that you can purchase online, a lot of different locations around the world, but Amazon owns Abe Books. I had looked for a few used books on their site before, and I don't often have a lot of luck because their prices tend to be quite a bit higher than other used book sites that I use more often. But I was surprised to find out, and I found them out about them in the last year. In 2011, Amazon acquired the Book Depository, And that was the one that was most surprising to me. And I had never heard of Book Depository until I started on BookTube in 2019. And when I discovered them, that they are based out of the UK and they offer free shipping, and they have different formats and versions of books, and the covers are different and different artwork, that type of thing. It was really fun to look at the different versions of books that I was thinking of buying, and I have bought many books from Book Depository. And then realizing that Amazon owns them, I was shocked by that. They bought a company called Abe Books in 2012, and I'm not familiar with them. But another one that I discovered probably within the last few years, Amazon owns Goodreads, and they acquired them in 2013 for $150 million. Goodreads, as we all know, is a book cataloging and reviewing website. It is the most bloated, ad-centric, user-unfriendly website, but for a long time it was the only one that those of us bookish people could use to catalog the books that we want to read, that we have read, and to keep a history of what we've done in a bookish way over the last several years. And Goodreads is hooked into everything Amazon. You can go right from a Goodreads page to the Amazon website to buy a book. Your Kindle and Goodreads is synced unless you turn that setting off so that when you start reading a book on your Kindle, it shows up as currently reading on Goodreads. There are times I've discovered I've had 12 books currently reading, and I'm like, no, I don't. And it's only because I've opened books on my Kindle and it automatically sent it to Goodreads. So yes, since 2013. I have used bookshop.org, which I love, and I can support my local bookstores. They do offer discounted prices, obviously not as deep as Amazon because of the sheer quantity and distribution agreements that Amazon has coerced other companies into. But I have used bookshop.org, and I love being able to support my local bookshops. I do use many local used bookstores that have websites, and I bought books from them directly and online. I've used Thrift Books, I buy from Discover Books, I buy from World of Books, Better World Books, all of whom are not owned by Amazon, but they do list on Amazon. So I'm going to tell you what they own that is not book related. In 1998, they acquired IMDb. If you're familiar with that app or that website, it's a kind of a movie and entertainment website. And I have that app on my phone, and what I typically use it for is when I watch a movie or a show and I recognize an actor and I can't place them, what else were they in? I will go to IMDb and I will look up the show or movie I'm watching and find out what their name is, and I will trail in to see what other movie or show they were in, and it's like, oh yeah, now I remember. And it's come in really handy when I've watched a lot of Jane Austen adaptations, because a lot of the British actors are in multiple other adaptations. And I did find out that Matthew Macfadyen, who is in the Keira Knightley Pride and Prejudice from 2005, was the young son of Hindley Earnshaw in Wuthering Heights. So that was really interesting. Also in 1999, they bought Zappos, the shoe company. Somebody from Amazon at the time, whether it was Jeff Bezos or his wife or whoever, some executive liked shoes because Amazon owns a bunch of different shoe companies. They acquired Zappos in 1999, 23 years ago, for $1.2 billion. So the online shoe retailer is owned by Amazon. One of the ones I was really surprised about, in 2017, Amazon acquired Whole Foods for what I believe is $13.7 billion. I was not aware of that, and that was not, I probably found out that in the last year or so. A couple of others, more recent. In 2018, Amazon acquired the company PillPack for $753 million. PillPack is an online medication retailer that takes your prescriptions, packages them up, and they package a daily amount of your prescriptions, and they send you this packaged system so that you know what you need to take every day. Well, Amazon owns that now. And they just recently, in July of this year, 2022, acquired One Medical, which is a medical office chain, kind of like a convenient MD or a walk-in medical care, for $3.9 billion. In 2014, they acquired Twitch, which is an online live streaming entertainment company, for $970 million. In 2018, they acquired Ring, the Ring doorbells, that is owned by Amazon. And they bought that from, and it didn't specify, between $1.2 and $1.8 billion. And the latest, actually One Medical in July was the latest, but this one is from March of 2022. Amazon acquired MGM, Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, one of the oldest Hollywood production companies out there, for $8.5 billion. I almost said 8.5 a billion dollars. Yes, you heard it here first, folks. So those are the major companies that Amazon acquired that were of interest to me. I have pages and pages of these types of things, of the different international companies around the world. And the basic aim of Amazon is to take over the world's supply chain. So Jeff Bezos, back in the day, thought that he wanted to supply everything to the entire world. And along with all of these companies, the rocket company Blue Origin is owned by Amazon and or Jeff Bezos personally. But if you've watched the video of the Blue Origin rockets being launched into space, it's basically a big giant rocket penis, is what it is. And so that's all Amazon. Yeah, those are some surprising facts that I found out in the last few years, and I was not sure if you all knew about that or how you feel about Amazon and purchasing from them. There is no shame in using Amazon to acquire books or goods or services. It's a person-by-person basis. And there are books out there about how to get rid of Amazon, how to fire Amazon, how to not use them. Which are great if that's something that you are choosing to do and you are striving to do in your own personal life. But never ever should anybody be shamed. And I've seen so many different comments online and on BookTube that, people who hate Amazon and want nobody to use them ever again. I completely understand that. But it has to be on a person-by-person basis. That's what I found out. Thought I would share that with you all. And let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm not going to be offended if you disagree with me. I'm not going to be offended if you write me a comment saying, I hate Amazon, down with Amazon. That's fine. Just let me know. Be nice about it, because I think a lot of you may not agree with me. But be nice in the comments. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.